Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kate paid Paulina a visit at her flat to see how she was doing. Paulina stated that Lunny was her primary concern. As of right now, I have no idea where my daughter is, Paulina revealed. That doesn't make any sense, Kate responded. Paulina told Kate what had transpired. Lunny would never do anything that would keep her from her babies for 1 minute longer than necessary, Paulina said. Did she try to call? Kate inquired. Lunny had been given a phone as a condition of her furlough, according to Paulina. Paulina informed Kate that just a few individuals were hunting for Lunny, but they had not informed the police in order to protect Lunny. Lunny is in trouble. I can feel it in my bones, Paulina stated. She just lost her father. Maybe the thought of going back to prison was too much for her. Maybe she just wanted to take a little time to sort everything out, Kate speculated. Paulina shook her head, noting that Lunny had not stated that she would be late for Rafe's meeting. Sometimes when we're grieving, we don't think straight, Kate admitted. Lunny, Paulina believed, would not have risked a lengthy prison sentence. If my daughter hasn't made contact, it's because she can't, Paulina explained. Lunny was not in any danger, according to Kate. There's no doubt in my mind that Rafe will find Lunny, Kate remarked. Paulina questioned Rafe's sleuthing abilities. I just don't understand how you can be so certain that he will find my daughter when he failed to find your son, Paulina replied. Kate averted her gaze, then stated that the police had not located Philip. And I'm okay with that because I know he's alive, Kate admitted. Paulina inquired as to why Kate was so certain. Because I hid Philip, Kate explained. Kate revealed that she and Victor had sent Philip away for treatment at a psychiatric clinic. And the only reason I'm telling you now is so you'll understand that I do understand what you're going through. When I thought Philip was dead, the pain I felt, I know that's the pain you're feeling now, Kate explained. Lunny, according to Kate, was resilient and strong. Kate informed Paulina that when she thought Philip had died, she went into a severe depression until she discovered that the facts did not support the premise that Philip had been murdered. As Kate described her son's case, Paulina observed that it sounded like Abraham's death. I know you didn't mean to get my hopes up about Abe, but Kate, there are a lot of parallels between his case and Philip's, Paulina stated. Paulina compared the facts. It's not such a big leap to think that if your son can be alive, then so can my husband, Paulina added. In Los Angeles, Steve called Kayla to tell her that he and John were hunting for Jerry. Hopefully, you'll be able to question him about Abe, Kayla added. Steve and John stood by the station as the bus from Chicago arrived. Jerry was the final person to leave, and Steve screamed out his name. Who wants to know? Jerry inquired. 2 of Abraham Carver's best friends, John explained. Jerry inquired as to how the 2 men had located him. John stated that they wished to question Jerry. I've already told the police everything I know, Jerry stated. You didn't tell them you were hanging out outside Abe's hospital room the day he vanished, Steve pointed out. Jerry, perplexed, said he had not been present. When John stated that their witness, Whitley, had corroborated that Jerry had been at the hospital on the day of Abby's disappearance, Jerry labeled Whitley a liar. I'm not surprised she tried to throw me under the bus, Jerry grumbled. Why would Nurse King say she saw you outside of Abby's hospital room if she didn't? Steve wondered. Jerry emphasized that Whitley needs to remove suspicion from herself. You're going on record right now saying Nurse King kidnapped Abe? John questioned. What possible reason could she have for doing that? Steve wondered. Jerry described Whitley as crazy. Are you saying she also murdered Abe? Steve inquired. No. Nobody killed Abe. Your friend is still alive, Jerry answered. Furious, John demanded to know why Jerry had lied about Abe's death. Jerry revealed that Whitley had hired him to manufacture Abe's death and give a statement to the police. Whitley has had Abby at her home on some pretty heavy sedatives, Jerry stated. I'm going to kill this guy, John snarled. Steve held John back until he quit pushing. "Why would you sign on to something like that?" Steve inquired. Jerry revealed that he had agreed to do an acting gig as a sort of treatment. "And when you realized it wasn't, you didn't go to the police?" Steve asked. "I wanted to, but she said the cops would never take my word over hers, and that I would go to prison," Jerry explained. "I'm surprised you guys don't know all of this. I told Abe's daughter already." Jerry was asked when he had spoken with Lunny by John. Jerry revealed that Lunny had questioned him just before he left town. "You told Lunny that Whitley King was holding her father hostage at her apartment?" John inquired. "She ran over there to save him," Jerry stated. Jerry stated he told John and Steve everything he knew about Abe, and he told them to talk to Whitley. "You have aided and abetted a kidnapping," John added. Steve informed Jerry that he will be returned to Salem. "I'll notify Rafe that he needs to get over to Nurse King's as soon as possible," Steve stated. Rafe was no longer a cop, according to John. Steve shouted out to Jada with a nod. Kayla walked into Marlena's office to inform her of Steve and John's sudden vacation to LA to find Jerry. "Let's hope they succeed," Marlena replied. Kayla informed Marlena of Whitley's mild fixation with Abe. Marlena expressed anxiety when Kayla told her about Whitley's link to Abe and her visit to Paulina to offer her condolences. "It certainly piqued Steve's interest, so he came here yesterday to speak with her," Kayla explained. Kayla informed Marlena that Whitley had identified Jerry as suspicious and had then resigned from a hospital. "It's surprising, isn't it?" Kayla asked. Whitley had been an excellent employee, according to Kayla. When Kayla confirmed that Whitley had not departed for another work, Marlena inquired as to why Whitley had resigned. She said she wanted a fresh start and that Salem hadn't been the same since Abe died. Kayla explained. "Does it seem odd to you that she would resign around the time he died?" Marlena inquired. Kayla said yes. "But she spoke about him as if they were friends," Kayla continued. Marlena stated that she had never seen Whitley at any of Abe's gatherings, and she could not recall Abe ever mentioning Whitley's name before. "Do you think I should be concerned?" Kayla inquired. "I'm not sure," Marlena said. Marlena let out a scream. "I just remembered. I treated her. She was a patient of mine," Marlena stated. Marlena opened Whitley's paperwork and noticed that Whitley had been a patient when Marlena was possessed. "Which is why I'm only remembering it now," Marlena added. Marlena wondered aloud what advice she had offered Whitley. Kayla explained as she read Whitley's file. "That poor woman. What a horrible way to lose the man you love," Kayla added. "Carbon monoxide poisoning from a faulty space heater. He went to sleep and never awoke," Marlena explained. Kayla noticed that none of the cats had survived. Marlena picked up a newspaper story about the catastrophe and read it to Kayla. Whitley had purchased the faulty space heater and had switched it on for her husband before leaving for work. "And the first time Whitley told anyone the whole story was in the session with you," Kayla explained. "She blamed herself for the deaths of her husband and her pets," Marlena explained. Kayla sighed, noting that the devil had most likely not convinced Whitley of her guilt. Marlena agreed that the devil had most certainly used Whitley's remorse to torture her. "That woman was in so much pain, and she never got the help she needed," Marlena added. "It says here that her biggest regret is that she wasn't there when her husband died, and she never got a chance to say goodbye," Kayla explained. Marlena wondered aloud if Abe's death had sparked Whitley's guilt. "I'm not sure if she'll take my call or not, but I think I need to reach out to her and make sure she's okay," Marlena stated. Rafe had checked in with Jada at the police station concerning Lunny's disappearance. "Nothing yet," Jada said. Rafe's phone rang. "It's the U.S. Marshal, yet again," Rafe said. Rafe admitted that he couldn't stall the U.S. Marshal's office. "She would never have fled," Rafe remarked. "Then how do you explain why she went missing?" Jada wondered. "There's only one explanation. She's in big trouble," Rafe replied. Jada suggested that if Rafe believed Lunny was in danger, he should seek assistance from the department in his quest. "I'm still hoping there's a reason she went AWOL," Rafe remarked. Rafe refused to risk extending Lonnie's prison sentence. Jada offered to assist, but Rafe told her to return home. Jada smiled as she reminded Rafe that he was no longer her boss and couldn't order her around. Jada apologized. "Like I said, I don't regret anything, and if I had the chance, if I could go back, I would do it all over again," Rafe replied. Jada told Rafe that she was excited to rekindle their relationship after they found Lonnie. Sam Gerard of the U.S. Marshals Service entered and presented himself to Rafe. "I understand you have my prisoner, Lonnie Grant. So where is she?" Sam inquired. Jada introduced herself, but Sam ignored her. Sam informed Rafe that he was late in returning Lonnie and had not returned any of Sam's calls. Rafe apologized. "The acting mayor here recently relieved me of my duties, so things have been a little hectic around here," Rafe explained. Lonnie was in violation of her furlough, according to Sam. Sam insisted that Rafe hand up the prisoner. "I don't know where she is," Rafe acknowledged. "Lying to a federal agent is a felony. I would arrest you right now, but I have a prisoner to find," Sam explained. Rafe claimed that he was equally as eager as Sam to find Lonnie. With a chuckle, Sam reminded Rafe that harboring a fugitive was a criminal. Rafe said that Lonnie was absent but had not fled. "As you know, Lonnie is a model prisoner. She's up for parole in 6 months. She's got 2 kids back home she's dying to see. And she'd never do anything to jeopardize that," Rafe said. "She already has. Now this department is, at best, indifferent to, and at worst, complicit in her escape," Sam said. Sam accused Rafe of lying to the U.S. Marshal's office. "So, now I'm going to use the full force of my agency to apprehend the fugitive and return her to prison, where she will remain for a very long time," Sam explained. Jada begged Sam for mercy as he took out his phone. "Lonnie used to be a cop, and she, like the 3 of us, risked her life to protect and serve," Jada contended. When Sam argued that Lonnie was a convicted murderer, Jada pointed out that Lonnie had slain a guy who had abused and terrorized her mother. And then Lonnie did the responsible thing and turned herself in. "Lonnie is a good person and a model citizen, so I'm sure she has a damn good reason for not being here," Jada explained. Rafe revealed that he and Jada were concerned that something had happened to Lonnie and had sought Sam for assistance. After a brief while, Sam offered to track Lonnie's ankle band. "If I get a location, we're going to head over there together so I can take your friend to prison," Sam stated. Jada's phone rang with a call from Steve, but Sam revealed that he had a location on Lonnie's monitor, so she disregarded the call and hurried out of the station with Rafe and Sam. Adroit Abe reclined on Whitley's couch, staring off into space. "First we had a visit from our loving son, and now we get to visit with our beautiful daughter," Whitley said, as Lonnie glared at her from a chair in the corner. When Whitley placed a bowl of oatmeal in front of Lonnie, she pretended Lonnie was refusing to eat like she had when she was a baby. "Here comes the airplane," Whitley muttered as she attempted to feed Lonnie. Lonnie strained against her shackles and kicked, and Whitley dropped the bowl. "You are not my mother," Whitley said. Lonnie yelled, and Abe's expression turned horrified. Lonnie called Whitley insane. "Please don't be upset. I thought we'd moved on from this. You know how sorry I am that I kept that secret for so long, but now the truth is out," Whitley said. "None of this is true," Lonnie replied. Whitley advised Lonnie not to anger her father. Lonnie hissed that her father would recover faster if Whitley stopped drugging Abe. "I take excellent care of Abraham," Whitley replied. Lonnie told Whitley that she had spoken with Jerry and that she knew Whitley had pretended to be Paulina and staged Abe's death. Lonnie shouted, and Whitley prattled on as if she were a worried parent, and Lonnie proceeded to berate Whitley as a kidnapper. "Go ahead, honey. Tell Lonnie who I am," Whitley urged to Abe. "I don't know who anyone is anymore," Abe mumbled. Lonnie told Abe that he was her father and her hero. "You are the finest man I have ever known. Dad, I'm your daughter, Lonnie Price Grant. I am a member of your family. This woman is not. She is not my mother, and she is not your wife. She is the insane psychopath that kidnapped you," Lunny replied, "Enough." Whitley shouted, warning Lunny that she would be sorry if she said anything else. "You are not Paulina. My name is Whitley King." "You're a nurse at University Hospital," Lunny exclaimed, and Abe looked into space as Lunny repeated her remark. "I'm Whitley King." "Yes," Whitley whispered. "And you need help," Lunny replied, pausing for a moment to express her confusion. "I'm the one who assists folks." "I helped your father," Whitley began. "You kidnapped him," Lunny corrected. Whitley said that the man who had harmed Abe had been on the loose, and she had put Abe away so that he would not be hurt again. "I've taken care of him, and he's gotten better." "Oh, Abraham, tell her," Whitley urged, staring at Abe. Muttered, and Rafe raced over to check on Lunny, who was laying in a corner. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.